Hey, everybody. Oh, man. It's been a hot minute since I've been on YouTube Live. Let me get this adjusted. I gotta turn that up. Oh, too much. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right. How is everyone doing? Ooh. I actually just finished streaming over on Twitch for a little while, and I was like, you know what? I need to give the old YouTube channel some love. So tonight we're just going to do a quick design of something here. So while we wait on people to trickle on in here, why don't we cut on a little bit of music? Perfect. All right. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. Okay. All right. That's probably good. Why don't we just go on down here and see what we're doing? Alright, so right here we have our blank screen, nothing fancy going on. This is kind of the area in which all of your work is done. I don't know proper names for anything, so please forgive my ignorance. But this is your plane, I guess is what it would be called. So, the goal of today, I want to design something just kind of quick and easy that I can throw over back there on my 3D printer, and yeah, just kind of make a lot of stuff of. I try my best not to just print off stupid little things, but I mean, a lot of times you do end up printing out little knickknacks and whatnot. That's a little dinosaur that I found on Thingiverse. However, I do like trying to print useful things. So I do need to do a whole bunch of just like cable management and things like that up under my desk. Under my desk, I like to use like Velcro ties. However, I want something that I can just screw up to the bottom of the desk and just run my Velcro tie through it and have a nice sturdy place. Normally, I would just drill a hole through my like Velcro tie and then just zip it on to the bottom of the desk. However, that's not always the most elegant solution. Also, I want something where if I'm putting it somewhere where I don't want to, say, put a hole in or screw something into, that I just want to use like 3M tape, I want to be able to just do that as well, or even just like sticky Velcro on the back of that. And then you could run zip ties, you can run Velcro ties, twisty ties, whatever you feel like doing. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, we have kind of got to draw out what we're thinking about doing here. So I'm going to go over here, hit the top, and select that. Now, here's an important part. You got to factor in the width of whatever it is that you're building. Because a lot of times on screen, especially if you're not going off of a drawing like I'm doing here, the screen's going to look a lot bigger than in real life. So just factor in if you're working with millimeters or inches or something like that. So I want to make, let's see, my build platform. Actually, I should probably start by this. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is a center diameter circle, and I'm going to make this 110 millimeters. Now the importance of this is actually my build platform size. So now that I have that all figured out, what I can do is choose a center point rectangle, and I can get an idea of sizing. So realistically, like a 1x1 might work pretty well. However, I want these to be pretty versatile, so what I might actually do instead is about a, let's just say 1 1/4 to 1 1/2. Actually, I'll just go ahead and go with half. 1.5. Perfect. Alright. So, now we have this square in the middle of our build platform, so we can kind of get an idea of exactly what we're working with here. Again, this is something that once it's built, you could honestly take it in Cura and scale it down. And by doing that, you can make it small enough so, say on the back side of your motherboard tray in your computer tower, you can make little zip tie brackets, things like that. So you should be good to go. Let me think. I don't want to do that yet. So why don't I make another rectangle? We should be able to go, say, I wouldn't, especially where I'm working with PLA, I wouldn't want to leave more or less than a 1/4 inch on both sides. So I mean, technically we could go with a 1x1 and be perfectly a-okay here. However, I don't know. I don't like that idea, so I'm gonna go with this. Let's see, if I do that, I should be able to I figured this would be a good this is why I'm doing this live, so that way you can all kind of see the thought process behind everything. So let's see, do I want to do it like that? Screw it, it's probably fine, it'll be fine. And then we can take this, we'll press pull that up. Why don't we make this a 1/4 inch? Now, doing that press pull, you can see it got rid of all of our sketches. So let's put that back, and we can kind of see what we're doing here. So that's a nice square piece of soon-to-be PLA. So why don't we take this, and then we can go ahead and do a fillet on all 4 corners, because I want a nice rounded edge. That looks much gooder. Alright, so now let's take this. I'm just gonna go 1/2 inch. Why not? Win in room. So I know I have a total of 0.75 inches of thickness. Now here's the ticket. Just kind of looks like a button right now. We have to make a slot through this way and a slot through this way. So what I'm going to do here is create another sketch of a center rectangle on that face. That little blue square means that's your center point. So go ahead and select that. Or I guess that would be a total thickness of a 1/2 inch. So our width, if that's at 1 inch, I will go 0.75. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, that's not good. So why don't we make this 0.125, and then this 0.75, and that'll leave us with 1/4 inch on this side. All of this will be fairly thick. I mean, it's all one big loop there. Or we could even go into, well, let me redo that. Go back to this face, and then I'm gonna go to that. So 0.2, and then we want 0.75 here. Alright, and now we would just rotate to the other face, and we're gonna make an identical sketch. So select that, get our center point. We have 0.2 and then 0.75. Now I like doing just a little bit extra. That red means that we're actually going to be cutting through there. So now when we go back here, we have a space. We're going to do the same thing over here. Do another press pull. -1. And if you look here, there's a little platform. Now, we could, in theory, do the exact same thing right here. However, there is a little bit of method to my madness here. So, what I'm going to be doing is actually putting a center point hole through here and also through here. So let me put center diameter. I'm just gonna do 0.5. Move it down to where we know we're just past that. See, and look at that. Now we can actually go in here, select this face, do a center hole, and we are actually going to look for a countersunk hole. So our width is that much, which I really don't think we need all of that. So let me move this over to, whoops, cool. All right. There we go. Sometimes Fusion 360 likes to completely freak out. So let's try that again. We're going to modify or create a hole. We're going to put that in here. Go away, thing. Okay. Let's go with 0.25 on the hole. And then countersunk. Let's see, this I want 0.5 maybe? Okay, that might work. That's probably way too much. Now, if I was actually looking at this, I would grab a screw and my micrometers and actually measure like the head of a number 2 Phillips screw, as well as like the actual screw pattern. I'm just kind of guessing, which will be fine for this. I don't have to be exact. Okay, so there is that. Now that's pretty much done. I mean, that's one way you could do it, but I think what I'm gonna end up doing is go down to where we did the push pull on this, and I'm gonna make this a new body. What that's gonna do is now there is body 2 and body 1. So let's take body 2 out of the equation here. We're just gonna completely delete that. Now we have this. So if I let's delete some other stuff here. Alright, we're gonna get rid of this fillet. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this too. So another way we can do this is to actually press pull this entire assembly. We're gonna go up 0.25. Looks pretty good, but I don't think that's gonna give us enough thickness to where once we make those holes in the side, this is gonna be super brittle, so if there's any pressure to it, it's just gonna snap it right off of there. So I think instead of a 1/4 inch, we really should go with a 1/2 inch thick. Looks nice. I think it'll get the job done. So what we're gonna do now is remember those measurements we just took when we did the side holes last time. We're gonna go center rectangle, find our center point. Sometimes Fusion 360 does not want to detect it. Let's go back over here, select it again, do that. Center point. Wow, why does this thing have to be so stubborn? There we go. Alright, we went 0.2 last time. Now if we go 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch on the edges, then that's going to leave us with enough strength for PLA. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go 0.25 and then let's see, that's 1.5 inches, so I'm going to go actually with 1.25. Flippy floppy over here. Okay. I don't know why Fusion can be such a bear. Alright, so this is going to be 0.25, and then this was 1.25. Cool. We can stop the sketch. Push pull. Just going to make quick work of this. I'm just going to drag it like that. We're going to rotate. Click on this. Do the same thing over here. Look at that. Now we've pretty much created the exact same thing, except I feel like this looks a little more sleek just because it's not like a weird box with another box on top of it. Just doesn't look right. So what I'm actually going to do now is fillet the top of this one as well, and this one's kind of important. I've learned this kind of the hard way. You want to do the tops and bottoms of each one of these because this is actually going to help you feed stuff through it. Now, we know that is right at a 1/4 inch thick. So what we're going to do here is actually go half of that. So we're going to go 0.125 and look at that. Nice and smooth. Oh, I forgot one. Okay, we're just going to do that one separate then. 0.125. Boom, nothing happened. It was like that the entire time. And then we're just going to take the top, do the same thing. We're just going to see what that looks like. If it looks good and doesn't really sacrifice any kind of like structural integrity of the top of it, then looks good. 0.125. Okay, that's weird. I wonder why it's not letting me. There we go. .125. How does that look? Yeah, I don't like that. So why don't we leave that alone? Actually, why don't we just do one side? So we could probably leave the bottom alone. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Go with fillet. We're gonna do the top. So 0.125. Boom. Just like that. And that way it leaves this top a nice base, so we can go ahead and do our little circle here. Alright, I said center point circle. There we go. 0.5. Hey, stop it. Alright, drag it down below that. Now we have a circle. So let me go ahead and we're gonna create a hole. Let's see. That might work alright. It's countersunk, so the screw head should hopefully fit down inside of here and kind of allow us to hide the screw without it interfering with trying to get a piece of Velcro tie through there. So what'll happen is we have enough area down here. We could 3M tape that if we want, or you know, we can just screw it into something. And it's 1.5 inches wide, so you could get a pretty beefy tie in there. If you make this out of, say, ABS or something, then it would be able to withstand higher heat. So you could probably actually use this like automotively or something like that in your car. PLA will definitely melt in your car. So what I am thinking is, where this is made out of PLA, it'll be great for household stuff, like don't have to worry about heat. I can tie up some of the cables I have here. They're like in my camera here, as well as like around my soundboard and whatnot. So this could be a very, very useful option. Again, like 3D printing, especially this printer cost me $150, and that included the printer and one roll of clear PLA. once you kind of get the hang of things and you can start designing your own stuff, like, you could really save some money. I've made some pretty cool things, one of which, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like, right, actually, here, better idea. You could actually see it kind of right there. That's actually a holder, so it would fit over the bookshelf and then have a little section you could wrap your cable around it and have your controller to your game system on top of it. So yeah, you can make some pretty useful stuff. All you would have to do at this point is just export it, make it a, what is that, STL file, and I believe Kira reads it automatically. It'll pick up on it, and then yeah, you can just put all of your support stuff for printing in between here, and yeah, you're off to the races, and you've made something very useful. Again, you have the file, so you could just print these off. Kira, if this was a little bit smaller, you could probably fit 4 of them on here, have it print off 4, boom, good to go. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring you all a little video and just kind of say hi to everybody. I am planning on doing some more stuff here on YouTube. I've been streaming on Twitch a lot here lately just because it's something new. It's really fun. I enjoy doing it. But yeah, hopefully more content kind of like this will be coming in the future. So it's also a good time if I'm doing something a little more intricate. Come on in here, chat with me a while, and yeah, let's make this fun. Designing stuff doesn't always have to be math and seriousness. We can goof off and have a good time. So with that being said, thank you all if you checked out this video. I hope it's useful to you. Again, I'm probably gonna do a separate thing in the future where I design something a little bit more intricate. Maybe I can already have the file printing on the 3D printer behind me, but go through the design of everything, and then hopefully by the time that finishes and the live stream, maybe I can like show off the final product. Or if you follow me on the social medias, I can put up pictures of what all I build on these live streams. Also, if you want to see me design something live on YouTube, I believe I might start doing maybe bi-weekly or monthly things where I take your input and design ideas and put them to work, see if I can make it. If not, maybe I can give you some good ideas on improving your design or something like that. So yeah, thank you all for sticking around to the end of this video. Be sure to check me out on Twitch. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sunday evenings starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I've moved Player Tuesday over there, so if you've been missing that, we're starting that back up. It's fresh, it's new, we're in a better environment. And yeah, we're going to be doing a giveaway. Not this upcoming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, so don't miss that. And I will see you all in the next video. See ya.